The Tao came forth as the One became the Two produced the Three, and the Three became all that we call life. All things have yin and yang, or negative and positive charges. Harmony comes from the blended balance of these forces. Most people dislike being alone, but evolved ones embrace aloneness, for within solitude they develop a relationship with the whole. This is an example of how some focus on loss, while others can see the gain. And when some profit greatly, their gain can become a loss if it creates jealousy or resentment. As well, those who are violent will reap the result of their violent actions. Too much of anything can begin the movement of its counterbalance. What appears to be soft and gentle can overcome what appears to be hard. What seems to have no substance can penetrate even the most dense of spaces. In the same manner, what appears as not doing can have an advantage. And living your philosophy without words is a wise way to share by being an example. Not many understand the advantage of no words and no actions. Fame or living an authentic life, which matters more to you? Wealth or inner contentment, which has more lasting value? Gain or loss, which perspective brings more pain? The more you attach to things, the greater the suffering when they are gone. The more you hoard, the less you will experience the joy of giving. A grateful person is not focused on disappointment, knowing what is enough, is stopping in time. Living in this way, one fulfills himself and lives on and on. True perfection remains open for improvements. It is perfectly imperfect. True fullness remains open for what's needed, yet it appears to be complete. Great straightness contains flexibility. Great wisdom contains simplicity. Great communication contains thoughtful hesitancy. Just as movement can be helpful when cold, and stillness can be helpful when overheated, clarity and calmness are helpful when dealing with the world. an open-ended accomplishment can continue to grow. When people in a country are living the way, horses are used for their dung, and the interest is in growing things. However, when people or organizations are not living in harmony with the way, then horses are raised to go to battle, and the focus is on war or more acquisitions. There is no greater illusion than the mind being caught up in fearful thoughts. There is no greater misfortune than not knowing what is enough. There is no greater curse than discontentment. Understanding how enough is enough allows one to see how there is enough each moment. Without going outside, you can understand the world. Without looking through a window, you can experience the way of the heavens. Many travel far, and yet know very little. Thus a wise one can know without going about, can perceive without seeking endlessly, and can achieve without great effort. Pursuing an education requires adding information to the mind, often by rote or imitation. Practicing the way is done by subtracting fixed ideas or hardened learned formulas from the mind. In doing so, one's consciousness can remain open to new possibilities. By subtracting fixed ways of doing things, one tends to do less and less until non-action is achieved, and one notices how life is doing itself. When nothing is done, nothing is left undone. Evolved ones allow things to take their own natural course.